Merry Christmas and good morning, everyone. I'm here to do a new reading for us today. Welcome to my channel if you're new. If you're back, welcome back. Happy to have you. So just give me a second to connect here. Just going to make a few changes as I tap into the energies here. There's a lot of information to come out here, so. All right, let's get started. So I'm already channeling that there's a lot of fire energy within you that is bursting out at this time. So if you are expressing yourself in a new way, it feels great. If you are finally achieving goals that you've set, it feels fantastic. And you feel that passion, that fire from within. And people that you're engaged with, in whatever capacity that is, can tell that you're feeling happy, accomplished, ready, ready for change maybe, but ready for an upliftment is what I'm hearing. There's a lot of truths that are being communicated right now, but I feel it's because you're living your life in an authentic way. So it shines through. So as within, so without. We know that as above, so below. You've manifested beautifully here, whatever goals you've set for yourself. You're actively in that state of manifestation now. You've pulled it in already and you're living it. So you've stepped into it. It'll be different for everyone in terms of where you're at. If you haven't yet, it'll be extremely close. All right. And hopefully maybe this reading can assist the energy that you'll receive in this reading can assist you in achieving that. But you're on top of the world here. You are able and have mastered all of the elements, all of the skills. You've healed a tremendous amount. You're very discerning. You can make appropriate choices. I'm going to channel now for people who are inquiring about love. You're seen to be a beautiful feminine who has so much to offer. If you're still single, just know that there are people who are interested, and you're going to have the opportunity to choose amongst more than just one person. So if you're out dating, keep doing that. You'll eventually, I think, attract, if you haven't already, the person that you're meant to be with or you want to be with. If you haven't started dating or put yourself out there and this is what you want to achieve, I think it's the right time for you to be doing that right now. All right. There's so much passion, and we see the Ace of Wands here is repeated. It's here twice. The Eight of Pentacles is here twice. So this can't be an accident because they're side by side and one's on top of the other. Yeah, all work and no play isn't fun, right? So I feel like in the past, this is you, right? You worked really hard, and perhaps it was that period of time where you were healing, you were in isolation in order to be able to do all the work, preparatory work to manifest this beautiful life. And so you put this passionate new beginning to the side, or you might have been giving to the wrong thing too. Sometimes we do that. Sometimes we have good intentions, and this is not a judgment, but we put our energy in places we shouldn't. And so that manifestation can't come in, right? If it's not aligned with the divine, it's not going to come in. You have to work, and we co-create with the divine. So you have to, I think if it's for your highest and greatest good and the intention's pure and true, it'll come. It'll come. So I feel like now you are choosing to live a passionate life or connect to things that bring you passion, and you're less focused on work. It's not that you're not going to keep working hard and do a good job at your job. And if you're still setting goals for school or a business or whatever it is, maybe it's that you've been able to balance the two, or you've been able to figure out that, okay, I shouldn't sell myself short over here socially. I should be going out. I don't see the Three of Cups here, but I feel that energy a little bit with this here. And heartache and heartbreak's a thing of the past as well. And I feel like this is what you were doing. You were trying to pull yourself out of this state, and it took a really long time. But destiny's on your side. I never noticed the Wheel of Fortune there. And there's positive movement forward. So like I said, I feel like everything you're speaking right now is coming into existence. So be very mindful of the words that you're using, because you are manifesting everything that you're speaking. Okay. And people feel so I'm picking up so much from this card here. I feel like this is you, viewer, and you make their fears and worries just disappear in an instant when they connect to your energy. They just love your look. They love your voice. They love your charisma. They love your energy, your aura, all of it. It's beautiful. And I feel like a part of you knows that, but you're very humble about it. It's not like you're bragging or anything like that, or you have ego with it. It's a newfound confidence that you never had before, that you're finally accepting, and it's okay to have that confidence. There's nothing wrong with that. Hence here, the healing. I'm going to jump over here. Judgment, Temperance, and the Nine of Wands is in the reverse. I feel, viewer, in order to be ready for a union of a lifetime like this one, you needed to do all this work. This confidence here is what's going to attract this person to you. I heard back to you. So it could be people, some viewers, it could be that you're wanting to reconcile with somebody from the past, or it could be a soulmate from a past life, you know, that you're very excited about reconnecting with in this life. Don't know, but and you show yourself tremendous love as well. Like you really reconnected with yourself in a very loving way, and you did a fantastic job. And because of that, you have this passionate new beginning here. It's on the horizon. It's going to transform everything. And it's time for judgment as well. And the divine's tasked with judgment, not us. And I feel like they're doing this right now on your behalf. So if there's been ill intentions sent your way, if there's been any kind of issues, I feel like you know this, Divine Feminine, and you've surrendered all of this to the divine, because if at one point in time you tried to fight it or invested a lot of time and focus on it, I feel the minute you released it to the divine, you freed yourself also. And you turned everything back around and you just focused on yourself. This is why you've achieved success and freedom here. Your destiny will come. And the divine now is going to temper things for you, so don't worry. They're taking care of business. And you have the protection from the realms. It's all around you. And they're going to help lift you up to the greatest heights. Whatever your wishes and whatever your dreams and desires are, you're going to achieve that. All right, we have the beautiful, I have a new deck I got at Christmas here, and it's the Wren. So it says, be bold and confident. Use, there's that word, confidence. Use all of your resources to create your dreams. See, I was just saying that. I feel like there are other resources you haven't tapped into yet. Some new gifts might come online for you here. This could be another gift from the divine here. I'm getting a judgment here that there's kind of deliberations going on in the realms to determine what other things you'll be required to be given in order to continue to protect yourself and stay on your course and get to where you need to go. Because it's one thing to have protection, like spiritual warriors that are with us, but sometimes we need to be active participants as well. And I feel like you're ready. You might get some uploads, downloads, some new things that come through here. These cards kind of came out here. Let's see. I feel you're gonna, if you haven't come out of a three-party situation, you will, or you have already, unscathed, okay? You will not be misrepresented or misjudged for something that you didn't know about or something that you didn't do. Because I feel like you were blamed. If you were caught in a situation like this, you might not even have known that you were caught in a situation like that. Okay, and that's not fair to you. If somebody was playing two people at the same time, unknown to you or the other person or both, that's not on you. That's not your fault. However, I could see why to the outside world, if they believe somebody that was lying for a period of time, they might have been sending you energy like that. But this is a time for cleaning up and clearing up. And that's what I was picking up here. So it's interesting that message is underneath here. I feel like it's already been tempered though. I feel like if people were speaking ill, there's always going to be somebody around that's going to be able to stand up and shut that down immediately. And that's not something you need to worry about. You don't need to go and do any of this. This is happening on its own. That's why that temperance card is here. Okay? And you freed yourself the minute you disconnected from a toxic three-party situation. You probably didn't even realize it was that. If you did and you just struggled, still no judgment. Good for you for finally healing yourself to a point where you felt like you could and had the confidence to be able to step away from something like that. Even if you love that person very much, even if it was your twin or somebody that you had a really deep connection with, you know, there's never harm in loving anybody or anything. Okay. I always say that. It's okay. Never regret loving somebody. However, we do need to have our eyes open and make sure that there's healthy boundaries and that the dynamics are healthy as well. And sometimes for us, people, we haven't learned or we weren't taught that growing up. We didn't have a lot of help in those areas. So we do need to kind of reparent ourselves and heal and learn how to figure all these things out. So don't be hard on yourself. Show yourself compassion. The divine has shown you compassion and loves you and shows you this all the time. And I see them all around you and they're like, they're not doing it right now, but they're behind you to say, like, if you need a hug, just reach out to them. They're always there. You'll feel it. I've had that happen before where I was alone and crying and all of a sudden I just, I would pray and then I could feel the energy touching me, or I would see clairvoyantly like lights and different things. And then when I would connect, it would just, a huge energy would come over me and help lift me up and out of that state. And then the tears turned into tears of joy and tremendous gratitude for the love that I could feel, because it's a different feeling. It's like divine love. If you've connected to it in that way, you'll know what I'm referring to. But if you haven't yet, practice, because you can and you will receive that gift. Okay. There's a lot of higher arcanas here. You've got the Temperance card, the Judgment card, in the World, in the Wheel of Fortune. Those are very, very high arcana cards with high evolved an evolution attached to them. Okay, but these are connected to your timeline and the work that you're doing. So connect to it, because these energies are available to you. If they weren't, they wouldn't be on the board. So I didn't really tap into these cards too much, and I see that they're on top of the selenite here. Oh, they want me to lift you up. Of course, let's lift up Divine Feminine here. Okay, or the feminine aspects of your energy here, okay? There's more that's yet to come. There's more that is needing to be shared here. And don't be scared, Divine Feminine, to speak in a way that's a little bit more stern. Not rude, not disrespectful, not forceful. That's not what I'm saying. Just with like a little bit of like force. I'm not using the right word. I don't certainly ever want to encourage any kind of like abusive type of tone. That's not what I'm referring to at all. It's if you're very soft spoken, sometimes that can be lost in a room, or I don't know, there's something about a tone here that needs to be a little bit more direct. There we go. A little bit more firm. There we go. Those are better words. Thank you. Especially when it's speaking truths that pertain to you and your well-being. And if you are setting boundaries and people aren't hearing you, because you're very kind and nice and you don't really say these things too often. You might have to do it in that way to get people's attention, okay? Because if there's anything that's going to block this from coming in, you need to be able to assert yourself. That's another word. Thank you. But I know you'll do it with kindness, but there's something about the way that you need to do it so it does get the message out loud and clear, and express what your needs are. Don't be shy. You have the support all around you. Oh my goodness, there's so much support here. So let's see what else is ready to come out. Oh my God, look, the victory. You've overcome so much. Yes, you're not confused anymore. And you're helping so many people come out of a state of confusion, come out of a state of being hung upside down. They want to hear more about your experience, but not so much that, like your thoughts. They see you as very intelligent. The Queen of Swords is now here, but I'm picking that up here. But perhaps it's an emotional intelligence, given that it's the cups. Yeah, very liked, very likable. And I see you very quiet in a room of people most of the time, and there's nothing wrong with that, but there's something to, the divine wants you to be talking more, because you speak for the divine, and the divine is going to work through you. So, challenge yourself a little bit if you're shy, and don't be scared. Share more. People are intrigued. You're protected here. Archangel Michael, Archangel Sariel, I'm hearing, and their counterparts are here, and they're all around you, and they're going to encourage you, and they're going to lift you up, and you're just gonna excel. Oh my goodness, there's so much to come. Oh, there's that Three of Cups. Yeah, see, I mentioned that earlier about a gathering or get together or something. I feel this is similar, a little bit similar energy to earlier, but this time as you enter the dating world or the social life, or if you spend time with people, I feel like you're going to navigate that in a better way, and you'll have better outcomes. Because you are putting yourself out there in a healthy way now, because you've learned and you've healed, and you're going to have success, and you're going to have your relationship here. And I feel like this is one person you're going to disappoint some people. You're going to break some hearts. And that's sad, and it's the nature of the beast, right? When we're out there dating, and there could be, like I said, a couple of people that might really fall for you, right? Or there could already be some people out there that really have an eye on you, and you might know who they are, maybe you don't, but I feel like somebody's going to be left behind here, because your Two of Cups is impending, it's coming. But don't worry, that person will be protected, will receive the help and support that they need, and they'll move on, and they want you to be happy. I don't get anything negative from this. It's just they're very upset because you won't end up choosing the one person, okay? You're going to select the union that's going to bring you the most joy and satisfaction, and as you should, Yeah, see? You'll come out of that. There's your union. There it is. It's also reunion with your inner child, I'm getting. So you've remarried yourself to yourself, and you've built yourself back up to become this beautiful woman here, who's highly regarded and who's highly respected. Even if people don't tell you, that's how they feel. It's difficult for people when there's jealousy and envy and there's ego. And I feel like you talk about some of these things, and it kind of puts them on point, and hearing it from you hits home much nicer, but hard, in a way that allows the person to examine that introspectively without shame, because I'm not getting like judgment here from you. You're very, very loving, and you're very, you get along with people, and you speak the truth. So you might have already kind of mastered the skill that I'm talking about with being discerning and speaking up for other people who can't necessarily speak up for themselves, or if people come to you, I'm getting to for advice. You might be a therapist, right? So if you have a job where you're a social worker, a therapist, you help people professionally, keep doing that and learn more skills, add to your toolbox, expand and grow, because we need so many more people out there helping. There's so much mental health out there where people are struggling, and we need more and more support for people to eliminate the stigma with that. So, and you'll receive the support to do it. Don't worry. So you're going to choose, you've chosen to be successful with yourself, and therefore you're going to have a marriage or a union of a lifetime here. There's the Justice. You're going to get married. I feel like this is oh, there's your guy right there. Yep. 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 If he's dating or if he's single, he isn't going to be on platforms anymore. He's taken himself off. Doesn't want to be single anymore. And he's reserving himself for you. He knows he needs to come to you correct, or like I said, take himself off the market. I hate that word. That sounds awful, but what I meant is like out in the dating scene. Off those websites. If he's on dating websites, if he has profiles, he's going to take them down. He's looking right at me. He's razor sharp focus, confident. He knows what he wants. This one's very, very confident. Very, very passionate. Yeah, he wants to tell you. He wants to share so much with you. He can't wait to hear. Like if you haven't talked to this person in a while, or if you haven't seen each other in a while, he can't wait to be with you, put his hands on you, talk to you, listen to you. He loves listening to you talk. Loves it. Yeah, there's the get together. Oh, I should probably cover up these. I always forget about that. You too. Yeah. So if he's a workaholic or hardworking person as well, he wants victory with passion for a union, like I said, here of a lifetime. So he's going to, I think, focus more on his personal life, or if he hasn't been dedicating enough time to his personal life to have success like he has with his job, because I feel like there's these parties here very successful with their work and with their finances, but personally this is probably an area that was lacking, because sometimes that happens. You don't have time, or you just don't want to, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that, but I feel like this is what's coming in for you, which is amazing. Let's see what other divine messages are here for us. Oh, the owl. Your intuition is correct. Follow your inner wisdom without fail. There we go. That's confirmation for this entire reading that you're on the right track. And if this serves as confirmation, then I'm happy to channel this for everybody. And I hope everyone's having an amazing Christmas holiday. And New Year's is just around the corner. And I'll be excited to channel some more messages for us as the week progresses. I'm on holidays, so quite busy, but still enjoying the time off. But it was a pleasure and an honor to channel this for us today. Wishing all the very best. Take care.